Hi, my name is Kim Klein, and I founded the Grassroots Fundraising Journal 30 years ago. And this is the 30th anniversary. We're very, very excited about that. The journal now is a program of the Grassroots Institute for Fundraising Training, and I'm really proud of the direction they have taken it. It is still a very vibrant, hands-on, practical, how-to magazine. It comes out every other month, and it provides readers with immediately applicable strategies. I wanted to talk about one basic principle of fundraising, kind of in honor of the 30th anniversary. I was thinking about what's the one thing that groups often don't do very well, even though they mean to. And the answer, of course, is it comes back to an old cliche that everyone knows, that the purpose of fundraising is to build relationships. Well, but what does that mean? We kind of say it, but we don't know what it means. And I just want to give you some very practical things you can do to build relationships with your donors. One is to remember that overall, having more donors is more important than having more money. Now, donors lead to money. We can't really separate them. But if you have only a few donors and one of them gives you a lot of money, and then that person gets mad at you, or something happens to them, or something happens to their money, as has been in the case during this recession, you're kind of out of luck. But if you have a whole lot of donors, the chances that something happens to all of them are pretty slim. But how do we stay in relationship with all these donors? Well, there's a few simple things you can do. One is to sit and think about what questions can you ask people when you run into them as donors. You know, our tendency is to run into a donor and be all excited to meet them and then tell them all about our group. But people mostly like to talk about themselves or what they think about the group. So what you want to do is kind of think of some questions. How long have you been a part of this group? When did you first hear about us? Do you belong to other groups like ours? Do you like our newsletter? What do you think about our last action? Just have some questions like that. Maybe take 5 minutes out of a staff meeting every so often and just invent questions, okay? Second thing is to personalize everything as much as possible. And this can be done by volunteers. And so that brings me to the third thing. Get a bunch of volunteers to help you. So I hope these 3 tips are useful to you. Our goal right now is to get 300 new subscribers in honor of our 30th anniversary. You can subscribe to the journal right now for $30. That's a big savings. The cheapest you can normally get it is $39, and it's a sliding scale all the way up to $56. But right now, $30 for a year. That gets you 6 issues in paper plus access to the online archive, which now includes over 250 articles that you can access online for free as part of your subscription. Once we have the first 300 people, to subscribe to meet our goal, will get a free call with me. You'll be able to send in your questions ahead of time. I'll amalgamate those questions into some topics, and we'll have a free call. That call will be set as soon as we have the first 300 people. So go right now online, www.grassrootsfundraising.org/30, the number 30, and subscribe. Thanks very much.